Jason, aka Direct Nolan, and for those of you who are like already subscribers to the YouTube channel, thank you for coming back and watching this video. And those of you who are new, welcome to Kimchi Socks, welcome to the Kimchi Pot Empire. Happy for my current and my new followers to be enjoying this content. So let's jump into it today. So like I said, we're gonna talk about four things. We're gonna talk about the origin story of Kimchi Socks. We're gonna talk about currently where Kimchi Socks is at, the future of Kimchi Socks, and we're going to talk about knitted socks versus sub-lamination socks. I've been in South Korea since 2013. I was down in Gunsan, which is like 3 hours south of Seoul, and I was stationed at a base down there in that area, and that's when I originally started Kimchi Socks. First, it started in my dorm room, and then when I got married, moved off base. I started out of one of the second room we had in our apartment, and during that time, Kimchi Socks originally started out as just a monthly subscription service that I was trying to build, and then it evolved into a retail business. So we moved away from the original plan, which was subscription, and just went to selling retail. Now, before we even started doing our own designs, originally what I would do on the weekends, I would travel 3 hours to Seoul one way to go look for socks to buy wholesale, and then buy them, and then travel same day sometimes 3 hours back home down south to then start taking photos and putting them on my website and selling them. Then after a year of being in business, I decided to start creating my own sock designs, and the first ones that I created was, of course, the Bitcoin sock. The one that's the most famous one out of all, the Bitcoin sock. That's right, Kimchi Socks was one of the original people to come out with crypto socks. There was other people doing that time, but not as hardcore like I was, because I also was accepting Bitcoin during that time, and that was when Bitcoin was the more common thing to be said versus blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin was the lingo back then. So yeah, that's, and then with that, I used to still travel to Seoul on the weekends. So yes, I used to keep traveling 3 hours up to Seoul to go to meetups at the Bitcoin Center in Itaewon. So yeah, I used to go to Bitcoin Center in Itaewon to attend meetups. And during that time, like I said, that's when Bitcoin wasn't really popular. That's when Bitcoin was like around $250, $300 a Bitcoin when I started Kimchi Socks, when I got into the blockchain community. So, and a lot of us during that time was the real hardcore believers in this technology, and I was a hardcore believer in it to the point where I would let people pay me in Bitcoin. Like I said, this is before Bitcoin even went to 450. I was like, yeah, you can pay me in Bitcoin, because I wanted to create something, a product or service for people to actually be able to buy their Bitcoin with, because that was some of the things that when we used to have our meetups, that probably, if anything, if we was lucky, 3 or 4 people would show up to. People used to ask, what can I buy with Bitcoin? And then I say, you know what? I have a sock business. Why not integrate my sock business into during the time the Bitcoin world? And that's what I did. So then Kimchi Socks, I slowly started integrating my company into this awesome community, and started creating video content. I started getting invited to go talk at like meetups about why do I accept Bitcoin for my socks, and why do I believe in this technology. And I was like, I believe in this because it's, I believe in the core idea of giving power back to the people through the means of us controlling money. So that was the origin story of Kimchi Socks. So now we're at the current state of union of Kimchi Socks. So with currently where we're at, so like I said earlier, I was integrating the company into the whole blockchain Bitcoin world, and I was very active, and I was invited to be part of blockchain based teams, and consulting with people, trying to give them some tips and advice and whatnot. And I was, the company was generating money, and then I was also making some money on the side through investing in ICOs and whatnot. And I kind of got mixed up in the fast pace of things, whereas I end up putting more money, my own money and the profits into the company, which you should invest in your business. But I ran into the issue that I'm now aware of, which is I grew faster than the demand. That makes any sense? Or of course, the expenses exceeded the income because I was like, okay, yeah, no, we're gonna keep growing, we're gonna scale. So what ended up happening was, because I was traveling those tech startup circles, I kind of inadvertently took on some of that thinking, whereas, oh, we gotta grow fast, versus sticking to my guns, which I believe in slow and organic growth. Build your community, build a strong foundation. Don't worry about trying to scale so fast. Worry about trying to build the product, build the brand equity and whatnot. So I got caught up in that, and I started having all these people paying all this, some people wanted nice amount of monthly pay. I was okay, cool, I'm gonna take care of you. And I did. But then that backfired. And it really backfired because when the crypto market pretty much tanked a little bit, a lot of what I had was a lot of my assets was in that, and that what hurt me. And I was like, oh crap. So currently right now I'm redoing things. I'm taking steps back, getting back to my roots, which is, try to grow organically, try to build that strong brand equity. Don't try to scale too fast. Scale at a good steady pace. That's so while I try to keep working to build the Kimchi Sock community. So right now, as you see, like those of you who know, and then right now we have the crowdfund. The crowdfund is actually selling Kimchi VIP memberships. That's what it is. That's what I'm using to raise funds to build a small sock factory, right? So currently, right now, Kimchi Socks is still running. We're still selling socks. No, we don't have a lot of sales like we was before, because a lot of right now is it's like flying a plane, but you can't land the plane, but the plane needs work on at the same time. So what I'm doing is I'm lowering the plane, slowing it down, while at the same time we're trying to figure out and working on fixing and then improving the plane, so then we can go back up and pick up speed. If that makes any sense, that's where Kimchi Socks is currently at. Because like I said, we still do sell, we still getting retail sales, we're still getting inquiries about wholesale, we're still getting questions about custom socks, and we helping customers out still. Is it a lot of revenue right now? No, because I'm not 100% focused on that. I'm trying to focus on redoing a business plan, looking at new products and services to bring to the community in 2019, but also still staying relevant in this space. That's why I'm doing these videos. That's why you see me tweeting. That's why I see me. I'm still posting on Instagram, Facebook, because I am still staying relevant while we work on, fixing some of the mistakes I made in the business. And that's part of entrepreneurship. That's part of any business. You have ups and downs, and just takes a big person to acknowledge and admit that, and not be ashamed of it. And you just live and learn from it. So that's the current status of Kimchi Socks. Now, future. So the future, the future vision I have for Kimchi Socks, and we're not going to talk about the other components that I talked about in last week's video. This week is focused just on Kimchi Socks. So the future focus of Kimchi Socks is what I see is long term. I see Kimchi Socks being a franchise model. That's the long term 2029 end goal, creating a turnkey type of sock franchise for people to be able to own, operate, and generate money off of the products and stuff that I'm currently building. So that's the long term. Let's bring it back. 2019. So 2019, the vision I have is to set up the small sock factory, but slightly different from what I talked about earlier. But we're gonna get to that in the next segment. But 2019, the plan is to get sales back up, get much better in creating content, but then also with the product, not only are we gonna offer knitted socks, we're gonna also start integrating Elimination style socks into our product and services. And then also, like I mentioned in some other videos, we will start designing like a limited release sock that we're going to set pre-orders for. And then in the week, once we hit certain goals, we're going to produce that sock and ship those out to the people who, purchased it, So the revenue model is going to look like this off the top of my head. It's going to be retail socks, which are knitted, sub and sub, elimination style socks, custom socks, and limited release socks, weekly limited release socks. So that's why right now I'm looking to hire a business coach who's going to help me with getting things back in order, also help me with structuring a good solid business plan to help me get to my 2029 goal, which will be a later video, by the way, on that. So yeah, but in the meantime, if you are interested in the 2029 big vision, I will include the business canvas that I made that you can view it and see the stuff I put on there. But right now, the future that we're focusing on is 2019. And in 2019, I want to set up the small sock factory, but kind of in a back of a retail store here in the Songtan area. Now, some of you probably asked, why Songtan area? So, for one, Songtan is next to where I work at. Two, the Songtan area has a big military population. So the thing about military people is, especially here, they're only here for 1 year. So if you think about it, it's a 1 year rotation. Each year you have a whole new class coming in. Now, some of you say, yeah, that's bad. No, if you think about it, each year you have new customers getting exposed to your business if you properly market to them and show them the value that your company brings. So by having Kimchi Socks store located here in this next to a place where where most of the military and the people affiliated with the base have the income to purchase some premium style socks, and then also when they go to their next duty location, they're gonna remember the company and be like, hey, look, I need to order some more of them socks. Hey, I need some more of those custom socks. So that's the benefit of being in the Songtan area for people who are trying to do business in Korea, but having a hard time trying to market to the Korean market, but you look in the market to international market. So that's one reason why I want to have it here in Songtan, because of the exposure, the potential exposure that my brand can get by the military community who come here at least 1 year on a rotation, and then they go to another base and they're gonna remember Kimchi Socks, and then they're gonna call, hit us up, tell their friends at their other base about Kimchi Socks, and then their friends, when they come to Korea, hey, I heard about Kimchi Socks from so-so because he said he was stationed here, and he said your socks are the stuff. So that's part of the thinking why I want to have a shop here. So, but the shop, in the back of the shop is going to be the small sock factory, because as we go into the next segment, I explain why. But, so for right now, that's the future plan of Kimchi Socks. Okay, so now we're going to get into the knitted socks versus elimination socks. Now, currently right now, Kimchi Socks offer these style socks, which is your knitted socks, and these socks are made with, are threaded and made with an automated knitting machine, right? And some of you see some other videos, and I'll probably put a photo up somewhere, but these are good socks, they're nice socks. And some of the issues with this is, for one, like I mentioned before, why I wanted to have my own factory, is with this, you have to go through a third party. You have to go to a manufacturer. And a lot of times, the manufacturer have their MOQs, minimum order quantities and whatnot. And then with that, they have long lead times and this, that, and the third. Like right now, the Bitcoin stock, we're sold out because I don't have the money to order another like 1,200 pairs and pay about $3,000 just to get 1,200 pairs of these made. To me right now, for long-term reasons, I don't see the benefit in doing it right now. Short term, sure, yeah, I can make some money, but for the long term, I don't see the benefit in paying the $3,000 for 1,200 pairs. I see the long term benefit in me spending $3,000 and setting up a small sock operation where I can create my own socks with shorter lead times. Because right now, to produce these knitted style socks, I have to open up these books, pick all these different type of like yarn threads. Then I gotta look at another book, pick stuff like these polyesters, send the designs to the manufacturer, then he reviews the designs, he says your designs are crap because you can't do this, this, and this. Then we gotta go back to the drawing board, we work the design, then after about a week of design review, we approve that, and then we go to production. But now, depending on the factory's workload, production can take between 3 to sometimes a month, 2 months to produce something. You know, give or take, depends on the season and whatnot, or holidays going on. So those are some serious limb facts. The other thing is, those we offer custom stock services. That too runs to a lot of issues, a lot of back and forth, a lot of, like I said, design issues and this and that, and then the long lead times. So it's not a really quick turnaround. So for me, that's some things I've been really like battling with. I'm trying to figure out a solution for our clients who are looking for custom socks, but they want custom socks at an affordable price, a faster lead time, and they don't want to order a whole bunch of them, right? Because on my end, so far, you know, I deal with that friction between the manufacturer and them not wanting to do small quantities. And I understand that. I respect that. I understand their business model. That's how the business model is structured. But at the same time, I have customers who don't want what they want to do. So I'm in the middle and trying to figure out, okay, how can I solve this problem? And then introduce sub-elimination socks. So this is, I'm gonna put this in the middle. So this is sub-elimination socks. Excuse me if I pronounce it wrong. My New Orleans Southern accent messes it up. It's like, so this is sub-lamination socks, right? And as you can see, you know, they're like designs all over. And this, like I said, this is one too. So I'm really researching into this, and the potential is big, in my personal opinion. Especially for, like I said earlier, in the future, I want to start offering weekly limited release design socks that people have to pre-order in order to get theirs secure by the end of the month, by the end of the week. Now, before, I was going to do that with the automated sock machines, which are big, bulky machines, which requires, by the way, me having to have all various different yarns, right? Various different yarns. You know what I'm saying? So, nice. So think about that. So if this sock was done the way the knitted socks are made, I would need to have 1, 2, 3, about 3 or 4 different like cottons and polyester yarns alone for just this one. That if this was done the knitted way, that's a lot of raw material that can end up being wasted too as well. And you have to wait. Then with that, you have to order the yarns from another supplier, right? And hope he has it in supply. And then same, you have to do the polyesters. You know, and then you have to order the polyesters from a person and then get those. And those are the different type of colors too. So with sublimation, you're using ink and some transfer of paper. And with that, you can also get a little bit creative. As you can see, like with this one, you can, you know, it gives, it's going to give the company more flexibility, and I feel a better level of service for those who want custom, unique socks, right? Because I get hit up on Twitter sometimes, hey Jason, why don't you make a sock for this cryptocurrency? And I always got to tell them, well, I can't, not because I don't want to, I can't because of the limiting factors that the traditional hosiery market presents to people, whereas it's a big infrastructure that my manufacturer has, and that type of on-demand request doesn't support their business model. But those type of on-demand requests can be supported by sub-elimination, because like I said, if you wanted a sock like this, I don't need to go look through these yarn books and then request for these several different like wheels of yarn. All I gotta do is go on my computer, design a sock, make sure I got the ink, like I think it's 4 different type of color inks, and then print it out, take a big giant heat press, press it down on a blank white sock like this was done on, and then wait like 1 minute, boom, voila. I just created your custom sock for you, depending on how long it takes for the design, probably within 2 days. Versus this, trying to create one of these could take 1 month. Right? So this is part of the future of kimchi socks in conjunction with the knitted socks. So we're not gonna fade out knitted socks 100%. No, it's gonna be a healthy balance. We're gonna offer both, and I envision the profits generated from offering these socks going to help with us being able to cover the cost for producing these knitted socks in wholesale. Because, like I said, so that's what the small factory is going to end up being. The small factory is going to end up being with me setting up a sub-lamination processing factory that I'm going to control, but still working with my current manufacturer to produce the knitted socks, because the cost for this seems a lot lower than the cost of trying to have infrastructure for this right now. Now in the future, I still do plan on having my own factory that's going to do knitted socks as well. But right now, with the current money that I'm bringing in from the crowdfund, the sub-lamination process is the next stepping stone. So remember I said earlier, I was caught up in that scaling too fast. Thinking about it, me trying to go into purchasing the machinery for producing knitted socks was going too fast. So I had to meditate on it, brought myself back, and then my friend who was my muse brought this to my attention. I was like, holy crap, that's the next step. Not producing knitted socks yet, no, but producing sub-lamination socks. So that is what you're gonna start seeing. That's what the money is gonna go towards, is buying, like, so you buy these socks in blank white socks. So this starts off with a blank white sock, and then then on your computer, you design the sock on your computer, it prints out the design, and then you on a piece of paper, a special piece of paper, then you have a heat press, you do all your thing, you put it together, boom, 1 minute, then you have this. So this is the next iteration of kimchi socks growing. So like I said, kimchi socks started off in my dorm room, selling socks that I bought wholesale from Korean designers. Then I shipped them to the States to get sold through Amazon. And then we went into creating our own designs, which is like the Bitcoin sock. Then we started offering custom knitted socks for people like my recent client, GBBC. And now the next iteration, what I've been wanting to do is have a small sock factory, but not like the one I was talking about earlier in the year. Instead, a small sock factory is going to be producing sub-lamination style socks. And then with that new production capability, we're going to start offering weekly limited release sock designs that's going to be supported by the sub-lamination process. So I just did full circle for you, baby. So that's it. And that's just Kimchi Weekly. Sorry if this is long and long-winded, but yeah, I'm very excited about this. This is gonna be awesome once I really get things in order. That's why right now I'm talking to a potential person who's gonna become my business coach and is gonna help me get the business plan in order. And the reason why is because I got a lot of people who are interested in investing in me, and they already have, as you see, because right now, last week, I said we was at $5,950. Now, after that video, we're now at $6,050. My YouTube channel got more viewers, Twitter more followers, Instagram more followers, Facebook more followers since since Kimchi Weekly episode number 6. So we're growing. Support is getting up, and I greatly do appreciate it. And I feel like these videos is important to share with you guys what is going on, because I like transparency. First of all, I got part of the when it was Bitcoin, because I believe in being transparent, being open, showing this is me and everything that comes with it, good and bad. And I just want you to know that this is how I am upfront. And for those of you who appreciate that, who sticks around, thank you. And you're going to be part of the journey. And those of you who already has contributed to the Small Sock Factory Fund, I am greatly appreciative of you guys, and I will not forget you. And some of you already know who pay you part of my VIP already. emailed you guys, told you about this too before this video even came out. So there you go. Once you pay for like VIP membership, you're gonna know about this before everyone else. You're gonna know about a lot of things for everyone else. I'm gonna share with you a lot of stuff that I won't share publicly with people first. You're gonna be the first one to know what's going on with the company inside out. So that's just the show. Says you have faith to invest in the small stock factory fund. I'm gonna share with you what's going on. So that's all I have for this week, right? Tell me what you think. Say, man, that's dope, Jason. Or you said, no, that's whack. Let me know. And once again, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, dislike it, do what you like, but it's better if you like it. Comment below what you liked about this video, and make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And thank you for watching Kimchi Weekly, episode number 7. This is Jason, aka Director Nola.